In a country known to all, lived Neanderthals and our two heroes, the tribal chief Grok and his student Tumak. Wives are so impatient. From the wreckage, a cool axe. Wives are so inventive.
Grok almost finished carving. By the stones! You break Grok's learning tablets!
Grok, sit, read all day. Tribe need meat, need firewood. You chief, not cave scholar.
Grok teach self new word.
Okay. Aha, there will be a spear. Why don't people understand that learning is enlightenment? The wives are so persistent.
Cluck! Hot egg coming through! Breakfast done.
Fine. Cavities again.
Cavities. I skipped the dentist again. Laziness is my second nature. I'll definitely go on Monday. Or Tuesday. No, Wednesday is better.
Don't give in. Don't give in.
Oh, Tumak!
If you shake the tree hard enough. It's so nice when there's no one around. But no, she showed up.
How long can you lie around like this?
Take that! And that!
Ow! Hey! Oh! Ow! Ah!
You stubborn cavehead! Take that! And that!
Ow! Hey! Ow! Wait!
Maybe you'll listen next time!
Gah! My head!
Had enough?
Yes!
Truce!
Ah! Hey! Stop! Ow!
Get back here, Tumak!
No way! Ouch!
Hold still!
Ow! That's my head! Quit it! Ah!
Serves you right.
Speechless. There are situations when words are not needed.
What is this?
What is this?
A recognizable picture, isn't it?
Well, you shouldn't have done that. In a certain land, there lived a tribe of Neanderthals with spears, arrows, axes, furs, lazy bearded husbands, and shrewish wives, basically the whole 9 yards. These bearded tribes would occasionally go to war, kick up some dust, and then scatter back to their caves. Amidst all this chaos, there were and always will be the cheerful Grok, the tribal chief, and Tumak. A young slacker with, as they say, his head in the clouds, then spending the entire day leafing through his stone books. His absolute favorite was cave etiquette. Naturally, Grok's wife wasn't thrilled. What wife would like it if her beloved, instead of hunting mammoths, spent day and night lounging on a stone bed reading stone books? Even today, wives rightfully express such fits of rage with their faces. Grok, however, didn't mind being a lazy bones, and his beard didn't seem to mind either. Grok wasn't just a slacker, he was an aesthete. With incredible persistence, had flipped the heavy stone pages while whistling Love Me Tender under his breath. Apparently, Elvis Presley was popular, but a woman's patience has its limits. Grok's wife decided to apply a radical pedagogical method. A massive boulder aimed straight at his intellect. Bam! The rock and then an evolutionary miracle occurred. Instead of heading to a prehistoric trauma surgeon, Grok picked up a stone fragment, lashed it to a stick, and eureka! The world got its first axe, and Grok got a solid argument for future family disputes. Do you think he went to work? Not a chance. Now he was reading 2 books at once. His wife tried to reason with him using a club, but Grok just coolly said "Okie," and with a flick of his wrist turned the instrument of oppression into a hunting spear. Laziness truly is the ultimate engineer. A woman's wrath is, of course, a mighty force, but the fact that Grok reacted as a man should by not reacting to his wife's emotions graced him, elevated his dignity, and made him a true tribal leader. After all, the most important thing in life is not emotion, but the result. He who reads much enriches himself with knowledge, grows wiser, and rises mentally far above pettiness, mundane existence, and narrow-mindedness. Calmness and prudence are the true riches of our lives, leading to spiritual well-being and harmony. Harmony with nature, with oneself, and with others. Whatever happens in life, especially concerning a wife's rolling pins, frying pans, and heavy boulders suddenly crashing down on our clever heads, it must not overshadow the happiness of existence, nor, most importantly, the ultimate well-being and joy of our wives. The final chord was an attempt at education via frying pan. A resounding clang. To the head end, Grok snatches a passing chicken. One move later, and an egg is sizzling in the pan. Grok didn't just survive, he managed to get breakfast out of it. What are we without women, and what are they without us? We are inseparable, and the older we get, the more we understand this. Meanwhile, in the cherry orchard, Tumak was demonstrating the high art of idling. Lounging in his hammock, he spat out cherry pits with sniper-like precision and ignored his girlfriend's flirtatious glances. When you're in a hammock, the whole world can wait, especially We are still young now, but with age, we realize that all those frying pans, interspersed with thunder, lightning, screams, hysterics, and the blows of fate, mean nothing compared to the feeling of simply being alive. It's the feeling that by your side stands a wife perhaps not entirely normal, but caring nonetheless, who, at the end of the working day, will still clean the grease-stained pan and sweep up the fragments of a giant boulder that accidentally crashed onto someone's head that morning using twigs of Neanderthal bamboo, and to just lie there and react to nothing. That is true bliss and freedom. But every beauty has her breaking point. Tumak's girlfriend, tired of being ignored, unleashed a cherry apocalypse, burying the slacker in berries up to his ears. When that failed, the apples came out. A whole garland of lumps sprouted on Tumak's forehead, one for every I don't want to and I won't. Tumak had to perform an emergency evacuation of his hammock. I could lie like this and react to nothing for the rest of my life. To look at the sky, to lose oneself in the clouds, that is the meaning of life. To bother no one and to have no one bother you. Otherwise, all day long someone is buzzing in your ear, lecturing and lecturing. You're wrong, she's wrong, you're wrong again. Pfft, I'm fed up. But here are the clouds, the sky in my eyes, again clouds and again the sky. Oh, clouds, drifting in solitude, touching no one. Only the clouds understand me. True, how can one live without love? You can't do that either. But why does the peace of some provoke the anger of others? And why must they always throw things? Apples, for instance. I don't throw things at anyone, and it hurts when they throw. They literally hurl them at you, and always cores or unwashed fruit. It's a good thing it's not vegetables. The best thing to do is to save oneself by fleeing. I'm not sure I can run from Australia to the Canadian border in 5 minutes, but one must escape the threat of a beating. Why? Since the time of Adam and Eve, have apples always been the cause of discord. It hurts, and not just spiritually, but physically. The two heroes met Tumak, bruised by apples, and Grok, hardened by boulders. They shared their manly woes, grumbled a bit, and decided to change tactics. Instead of inventing new ways to avoid work, they began frantically picking flowers. The meadow was stripped bare in seconds as the piles of bouquets grew sky-high. To man are standing. What should offended and humiliated men do? Men who spend the whole day tirelessly meditating and contemplating the meaning of life and existence. Men who develop their intellectual abilities for the benefit of Neanderthal society and, eventually, all others. And so, the habit of giving women flowers was born. It took off from there. Do you give women flowers? How often? Or only on March 8th? And then came the grand moment. The ladies arrived. Grok, never one for half measures, buried his wife under an entire haystack of flowers, while Tumak presented a delicate bouquet to his blonde. The women froze. Their eyes said, "Is this new food? Or are we supposed to sleep in this?" But the scent did its job. Rage turned into a delighted ooh-la-la. Where women are only just getting to know flowers. Give women flowers, you can never go wrong. Although, the women themselves don't even know what to do with this bouquet strangely called flowers. Even the birds understand something. Though, you must admit, it's beautiful. It feels pleasant to the touch. Maybe they should be smelled. And so, the habit of giving women flowers was born. It took off from there. Do you give women flowers? How often? Or only on March 8th? Remember the stories of the Neanderthals, Grok and Tumak more often, and perhaps you will give flowers even more frequently. However, the way to a Neanderthal woman's heart is through her stomach literally. Without a second thought, both ladies began, devouring their gifts with great relish. The crunching of stems, the smacking of lips, pure bliss. Grok and Tumak, watching this gastronomic triumph, realized they were geniuses. Their laughter shook the caves, a happy ending to the beat of the drums. Laughter. Grok and Tumak, naturally, burst out laughing. It was funny to them that their well-fed women were eating the flowers. The Neanderthals went extinct. Their parenting and relationship methods, however, live on. The moral of the story is, behind every great human invention stands the laziness of one man and the heavy frying pan of one woman.